Okay, I know a lot of people are going to be upset by this one, but Gen X, who cares? I'm not a Gen Xer, and I can have that attitude too. I am just so tired of it. We're all basically one generation running right into another generation, running right in, and no generation is more special than the other. And we keep having to bail each other out because we do stupid shit, and then our government does some stupid shit, and then we add to the stupid shit, and the government doubles down, and all generations take the impact. So this is the breakdown. Gen X, oh yeah, but I'm really tired of it. Everything is just about generations anymore. Doesn't anybody have anything interesting to say? I mean, really, come on. I hear you drink out of water hoses. I'm a boomer. So did I. You know what? My kids are millennials and Gen Xers, and they both drank out of the water hose. So what? You look, you're making a big deal out of a little shit. Why? Is your lives really getting that monotonous that you got to pick little bitty things? Like I drank out of a water hose. So did my mom. When they got into the city, they drank out of the fire hydrant on a hot day, not the water hose. And I drank out of the same fire hydrant and played in it, just like the rest of the kids in Chicago. So, whoopee, you drank out of a garden hose. And, you know, your parents had to work like everybody else. Sorry you resented it. Sorry that you resented having to take on the responsibility of anything. Uh, as a late boomer, early Gen Xer, whatever the hell I am, I don't really care. I grew up with a lot of y'all, and come on, it was not that great. Sitting on dirty couches that stunk from 1970 in the 1980s was not that great. uh, and by 1980s, you know, I was an adult, so yeah, crazy, huh? So were most Gen Xers. Most Gen Xers either had babies by then or were working on it. If you were female, if you were male, you were knocking your girlfriend up and running away, or knocking your girl up and leaving her. So, I mean, come on, same old story as it's been for every generation before and since. Just stop already. Please give us a break. I mean, come on, I'm supposedly a boomer. They cannot make up their minds whether I'm a boomer or I'm a Gen Xer, and I really don't care. I am a human being, and I'm almost 60 years old. That's something to be proud of, because surviving this life ain't easy, especially if you ain't got a bread and butter mom and dad. You know, when you got to work for it, hell yeah. And my parents worked for it, and I had to work for it. And I guess I worked hard enough, because when my parents passed away, they let me have what they had left. What they had left. So, I ain't complaining. I think that my 60 years of life so far has been tough as hell, grandioso as hell. And if you don't know what that means, it means it was an excellent life, even for all the ups and downs. But I gotta tell you, there is one person that I have worked harder and harder than anybody I can think of to show that this generational thing is just a mimic of the old days. And they act like they can't get that back. I can go outside. In fact, I got a garden hose right there. I have played in it, drank from it, and I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't lock myself out of the house, luckily. But I have as a kid, and most kids did. That's why your parents usually left a window open for you to get in the house, or you had to sit outside and wait. Big deal. A lot of kids still have to do that. So, I'm sorry, I'm just burned out on Gen X crap. I have seen so much about how they don't care about nothing, that they just, flipping everybody off. Grow up already. Life gets a lot nicer when you get older. Your body says it ain't, because your body says, hey, I'm wore out. You used me hard, you worked me hard. You you weren't an easy person to carry around. So, I'll tell you what. Someone asked me, don't you want more time? Of course I do. I want more time with my husband, my dog, my children, my grandchildren. But I also believe when you reach your time and it's time to go, as hard as it is, you have to let it go. And Gen X, if you're going to take all that garbage with you about how you drank out of a hose, got kicked off the school bus and had to walk, and the afterlife ain't going to be so fun for you, is it? Anyway, thanks for sharing all your hang-ups. Okay, so, but we all have them. I'm just as guilty. Whether I'm a boomer, Gen Xer, an ancient boomer, actually I'm none of those. I'm just a human being. Thank you. And I'm part of one race, and that's the human race. So, I make it real simple for everybody. And I did drink out of water hoses. I also played in fire hydrants and drank that water too, because you couldn't help it getting in your mouth when you were playing in it. So, ease up, Gen X. I know you're feeling kind of lost right now. Maybe a little empty nest syndrome. Kids are out of the house. Life's moving on without you. Because it is me. I'm not going to say it isn't. Life is most definitely moving along just fine without me. But that's what I worked my whole adult life to achieve. Isn't it? So that I could get to this point in my life. At least I thought that was the goal. Gen X, stop being so angry. You got mommy issues, you got daddy issues, I get it. We all have them. And your kids have them. And your grandkids have them towards their parents, and so on and so on. Why you gotta separate us by generations? Why can't we just be a whole bunch of people who live together? Because we did. And to make it this far in life and not completely hate the world, I think I did pretty good. Although it does have its moments when I want to sell it. Adios. So, take it easy, Gen X. Stop being so angry. There's more to life than anger. You ought to try it.